What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Krusty Christy. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving or a continuing great Thanksgiving. Still 9:54 p.m. where I am at. A lot of people celebrate Thanksgiving till midnight. So I hope you're having a great Thanksgiving or had a great Thanksgiving. If you live in America, anywhere else, you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, which is okay. I hope you still had a great day. My Chicago Bears lost in one of the most embarrassing fashions you could possibly lose a game. But I'm gonna stay positive. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm gonna stay positive. In this video, I came across this dealing with a no first date list. I don't know if this is a list that women made or a woman made. Is this like something for men to avoid? I don't know. I know women, the majority of women are like, oh, I want to go somewhere fancy. Somewhere where the food is expensive and we get all dressed up. And you want to take me where? Salsa dancing and then a movie? No thank you. I'm a queen. I am a queen. So let's see what this is, this no first date list.
About something that went viral, about 3-4 months ago. Remember this? Yep, the infamous Where Women Refuse to Go on First Dates list. That made all the rounds back in the fall. Well,
there's 28 things. Here is a list of places women absolutely refuse to go on a first date to, and thank you to the ladies who reached out to me to help me on my list. Are you effing kidding me? Number 1, the Cheesecake Factory. Number 2, Applebee's. Number 3, Chili's, Chipotle, Olive Garden, the movies, your house, any fast food chain, Buffalo Wild Wings, Wingstop, I never heard of it, Red Lobster, a buffet, IHOP, Denny's, the gym, church, Starbucks, coffee dates, ice cream dates, family functions, movie night, Netflix, Hulu, etc. Somewhere that requires a long drive, bowling, nightclubs, hookah bar, never heard of it. Something, juice drinks. Oh, a bar for just drinks. Sports events. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's basically like covering every like cheaper options. Oh my. And this thing went, this video from this guy is 9 months ago. It's from 9 months ago. And it went viral. I bet you there's females who still, they printed this out and have it like on their wall or somewhere in their room. It's like everything. It says any fast food chain, and it gives a bunch of restaurants, Starbucks, coffee dates. Oh my gosh. Oh, These stupid females. There's a reason why men are dating less and less and less, and they're not dating anymore. There's a reason why these stupid females are making these stupid TikTok videos complaining about guys not approaching them. It's stuff like this. You know what you guys should do? Seriously, and I'm dead serious. And this especially, I was going to say, even if you like really like a girl, this is a perfect way to judge if she's a good person or only cares about money, fancy things, and doesn't want to or care about going to a expensive restaurant. You ask her out on the first date, and if she asks, tell her one of these 28 things. If she doesn't ask, pick her up and take her to one of these 28 places. Now, I will say this, whereas the gym, no, I mean, I can see that. You don't want to go to a church. I love you, God, but how is that a first date? Like sit in the pew, and I mean that could be something, but most girls aren't going to want to do that. If a girl does like that, then marry her. So I can see how the gym, church, your house, family functions, somewhere that requires a long drive. That's kind of creepy. I can see those things. Bowling, yeah, most girls don't bowl. Nightclub, yeah. I could see that. Those 4 or 5 things. But everything else on this list, it's perfect. It's a perfect place to get to know someone. Sit down, or just like a local family spot, an Italian restaurant, a pizza place. Take her there, and if she gets upset or is like shocked, like, what is this? She's not a keeper. You don't go on a second date with her. God, all these females, they're ruining. They keep saying, why aren't men asking us out? Why aren't men approaching us? It's your fault. It's your fault because you keep asking to go to expensive restaurants on the first date. What happened to the good old days when you take someone to a restaurant or a coffee place and you get to know them? You get to know them. It has nothing to do with how much money a guy spends. You get to know someone. That's what a date is. And see where it goes from there. Anyways, forgot this video.
Well, my friends, it's still alive and well, and you're not going to believe what happened to one of my followers. So one of my followers, let's call him Jim, sent me an email with an exchange that he was having with a girl that he was hoping to take out on a date. They'd met on one of the dating apps and been corresponding for about a week, getting to know one another, and I have to give him credit. He was doing what most guys don't. He was taking his time, doing his due diligence, and seeing if there was at least some compatibility before he asked her out. So as I said, they've been conversing for about a week, and he finally called her and said, hey, would you like to go out to dinner with me? And I'm going to paraphrase the replies because I don't want this video to be too long. But in a nutshell, the first thing she said was, sure, I would love to go out with you. What did you have in mind? So far, so good. I think that's a legitimate response. She said, sure, I'd like to go out with you, and I think it's fair of her to inquire, where are we going to go or what are we going to do? And Jim replied saying, well, I haven't really thought about it yet. I first wanted to see if you were interested in going out with me. Again, a fair response to her question. Rather than plan anything out, he wanted to first see if she was willing to go out with him. And now he knew that, and he could take the next step, which is to plan the date. But this, my friends, is where it took a turn for the bizarre. So after he said, well, I haven't planned it yet, she said, well, once you have planned it, you let me know, and then I'll decide if I'm going to go out with you. Now, mind you, she's already said, sure, I'd like to go out with you, but now it's conditional. Now it depends on what he's planning to do. But wait, there's more. So a few minutes after Jim hung up the phone with her, he gets a text from her. And in the text she said, I just want to make a few things clear. I don't accept first dates to the following places, followed by, yup, you guessed it, that list of unacceptable first dates. She actually texted it to him. And it was at this point that Jim emailed me and basically said, you got to see this to believe it. And
Stay single.
In that exchange, even I had to go.
Stay single.
Tango Foxtrot. The audacity of actually sending that list to a gentleman who's asked you out after you've already said yes, but then suddenly changed and made it conditional as long as it's not going to any of those places on the list. Oh, and before I forget, she did send a suggestion on where they could go. It just happened to be one of the most expensive restaurants in town. One that was going to cost him several $100s. So I replied back to Jim, what are you going to do? And his reply to me was, well, what do you suggest? Well, my friends, I did have a couple of suggestions for him. And I thought I'd share them with you, so if you ever find yourself in this kind of situation, you have some options. So the first suggestion I gave him was to reply back to her and say, I've been to that restaurant a few times, and honestly, I don't think it's very good. But I have another place in mind. And I told him, find a place that's much less expensive, but not on the list. You know, like a local family-owned restaurant. And that's exactly what he did. So
I said
to her his favorite Italian place, which was significantly less expensive, but had really good food and a good atmosphere. As he said to me, it's a terrific place to have a first date. So he fired it off to her, and her reply was, and I'm going to paraphrase it because, well, it's not very family-friendly, but essentially what she said was, I'm not getting all dressed up to go to a place like that. And then she reiterated she wanted to go to that far more expensive place. Now, when Jim sent that exchange back to me, I'm just sitting here shaking my head, because clearly she's not interested in him. She's interested in his money. It's that obvious. She's got herself on a pedestal, and she's not going to accept anything less than a super expensive restaurant for a first date. Mind you, they've talked on the phone, they've exchanged texts, but they've never actually met. Now, Jim's already realized he's got no interest in dating this girl now. But I said to him, let's have a little fun. Let's send her one final message. And what was that message? I said, reply to her and say, okay, we'll go to that restaurant, and I'll be more than happy to pick you up. But since you're the one planning the date, I'm going to have to assume that you're the one that's also paying for it. And oh, my friends, the response he got was priceless. She wrote a novel back, calling him every name in the book and telling him that she would never date someone so cheap.
Gold
that
digger.
She was far better than him. And he was going to be a lonely, well, I won't use the word she added after that. She had
He's going to be lonely.
Things to say.
He's going to be lonely. Bitch, you're going to be lonely for the rest of your lives. For the rest of your damn life. You might as well get your first cat now, your first couple cats. 30 years from now, you're going to have like 23 cats. Be on the front porch singing, I'm so lonely, I'm so lonely. To be a lonely, well, I won't use the word she added after that. She had a few more choice things to say, but in the end, she basically told him to fire truck off. Except the word wasn't fire truck. And I want to conclude this by giving a golf clap to Jim for not tolerating this kind of mindset. It's where dating is at right now. None of you men should.
The only way it's going to stop is if we men say thanks, but no thanks, and just walk away. So what do you think? Should Jim have given in to her demands?
No.
Taking her to that expensive restaurant? Or should he do what he did and decide to just walk away? Let us know in the comments.
I love how he came up with a suggestion that I said before the video started. Take her to a family restaurant that has good food, good prices, and perfect place to get to know one another. All of these women, I've done so much homework, watched so much videos. There was this one guy interviewing these two hot girls, and the girls were like, if he's really hot, then he might be able to get away with taking us to a lesser type of restaurant. But if we go out with a guy who's like not that good looking, he's gonna have to take us to an expensive restaurant on our first date, because he's got a lot to make up for it to be on our level. Stay single, guys. Stay single. And if you do meet a girl who is not gold digging, I need money for expensive things, bitch, marry her. But just stay single, guys. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Oh my gosh. Like I said, it's basically, it sounds wrong, but it's basically like dating your mom and you're like a child. They boss you around, they tell you what to do, clean your room, do this, you can't do that, you can't play video games, you can't go out with your friends. It's basically like dating your mom without, you know what I'm talking about, without the, that's all it is. Or no, it's basically like dating your mom with all that stuff, whatever girl you're dating. They boss you around, they tell you what to do. You can't play video games, can't go out with your friends, you can't watch sports. They want nice, expensive things. They could have like 10 handbags, Gucci, Prada, and they want more. Have to be like 6'1" to 6'5", good looking. They give all these lists of stuff, and then when they're asked, what do you bring to the table, they say, us, our beauty. And they're not even that good looking. Some are, some aren't. But you know what? You can have your cake and eat it too, guys. F them and lose them. F them and lose them. F them and lose them. Ghost them. I'm sick and tired of females, man. I'm sick and tired. I'm not even in the dating scene anymore. All I've got to offer, I don't have any income. I'm out of shape. All I have to offer is like loyalty, honesty, always being there. But for you guys who work your ass off earning your money, your money, your money. Yes, Microsoft, you already told me that you would like my perspective, and I said no. Well, I didn't say no, but I haven't clicked it. Anyways, your money. Women initiate divorces. I'm trying to think. It's more than men. And the reasonings are so, it's like, I'm not getting enough attention. I fell out of love. Just stupid things. And guys always get screwed. 80% of the time, the kids go with the mom. 90% of the time, women get alimony and child support. Like a lot. It goes on how much you make and stuff like that. It's just, see, for me, I'm someone who, you know, I used to believe in true love, but it's not worth it. Women are expecting to be treated like a princess and treat their boyfriends like peasants. That's what's like in their mind. Anytime any video I've seen of any YouTube channel where women are on, or someone goes and they talk to girls on the streets, when they say what they want, they say, we want to be treated like a princess. We want them to buy us this, they want them to buy them that, they want them to be almost nearly perfect. And then when the guy asks, what do you bring to the table, it's like they're like, they have to think about it for like 10 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds, and they say, myself, I'm a wonderful human being, and yeah, you're a wonderful human being. Are you serious? Expect a guy to do everything. Oh, let's not forget. Females who are like between 20 and early 30s, they don't cook and they don't clean. It goes for white women, black women, Latinos. And the females with kids, that's just gonna double your money. And you'll always be second. That's one of the things that guys have said about dating single moms. They're always second. They always, I'm not saying single moms are all bad, but when you are second and you know you're always going to be second. Oh, another thing that the guys have said about dating single moms is that you can't say anything. You can't punish them. You can't yell at them or anything. They could be like throwing stuff, you know. They could be hitting you, you know. You raise your voice at all, when you're dating a single mom, you raise your voice at all at their kids, they'll yell at you. How dare you yell at my daughter like that? How dare you yell at my son like that? You're not their father. You're not their father. Well, of course they're not. Of course he's not the father. You probably don't even know who the real father is of your kids. Just stay single, guys. I've been saying this for like 2 years now. I've finally found the light. I was a hopeless romantic growing up. I wanted a wife and a couple kids, a couple dogs. Not like homies, but dogs, golden retrievers, labradors. Those are my favorite. And a nice house. Doesn't have to be a mansion or anything like that. It never happened. Things happen. And I never went to prison. I've never been in prison, so don't think that. But looking back, knowing what I know now, it's like I was saved. I was saved. God saved me. Maybe that's true, because now it's like people my age. I'm 44. I'll be 45 in a couple of months, but 44. There's men whose wives divorced them, and husbands are paying a bunch in alimony, child support, or the kids are all over 18, alimony. Even if the wife cheats, anyways, I'm done. This video has been going on for as long as I took a shower this morning. It's 27 and a half minutes. Anyways, like I said at the beginning, I hope you all are having a great Thanksgiving or had a great Thanksgiving. Had some great food. Got to have a great time talking with your family. The whole in-laws thing. I gotta spend time with the in-laws. That's not... It's true, I can see for some, but it's not the... There's a lot of people that get along, brothers-in-law, sisters-in-law, mother-in-laws, father-in-laws. It's not like a 90% thing where... But as long as just don't talk about politics or religion. Talk about positive stuff. Sports. Like cars, motorbikes, fishing, hunting. Hopefully you're talking about that stuff or talked about that stuff. But like always and forever, take care, be safe, peace everyone. Stay single, man.